Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, and tonight, because we, as you saw before I came on, it's a wrestling show, and we are going to talk about wrestling, and we are going to give our pay-per-view picks. Usually, I have a smorgasbord of the Mega Maniac Power panel, but people are on vacations, people are doing stuff. It's summertime. I totally understand because SummerSlam is supposedly one night. Now it's two. But for the enjoyment of all the wrestling connoisseurs out there, I have, and he always is, the anchor to this show when we do our picks. We have him right here live, and he's going to talk wrestling. We might get a little bit more in depth with me and him, and he's going to give his picks, and his picks are batting about 1,000 most of the time. But everybody, welcome to the show, the WWE connoisseur, the TikTok channel YouTube sensation. He's from Punxsutawney, and he loves wrestling, and he's going to tell us why here in about a second. Welcome to the show, Kal-El. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Also, I want to say that intro, it was a great intro, so thank you for that.
But it's true, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
wrestling.
say, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at your smorgasbord. I mean, look at now you put figures on the wall.
Yeah, I started doing it a couple months ago, but now I keep getting some, and there it goes past, so you can't see all of them, but there's still more.
How many figures do you have in your lovely collection?
I mean,
Take a guess.
I don't. It's got to be definitely over 100 somewhere. I don't know where though. Like, I mean,
Okay.
um, yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in maybe like 100s something.
Okay.
Um,
Because I know I don't know if you ever met Cable. Cable comes on. Cable collects WWE figures also and Marvel stuff, and he's a action figure connoisseur. And he used to do unveilings and stuff that actually landed on Ringside Collectibles. They actually the one time he did it actually hit on their show, and he gets them all the time. Is there any figures? I know we're getting into some other stuff before we get into some real stuff. Is there any figures that you truly want to have and you don't have in your collection as of right now?
um, well, yeah, it just got revealed, but I have been waiting for some time now. I know there's Walmart 3 packs that they keep doing.
Oh my God, that's like $100.
I have the Maivia one because it went down to $17, and I mean it just stayed there.
Oh wow,
Um,
okay,
and then they have the NWO pack, and I'm sure that that's going to be going now. Um,
yeah.
off the shelves. But now I think it's early next year, they're releasing the Wyatt Six 3 pack. It's Uncle Howdy, Nikki Cross, and Eric Rowan. And they did completely new like molds for like all the masks and like all
Mm-hmm.
the outfits and stuff. So yeah, I've been looking forward to those. I thought
Well,
we were gonna get them last year, but
that's one of your go getting top one of your top people that you watch in
yeah,
WWE right now.
yeah,
And
for sure.
you've been supporting them the whole time that they actually came out in this faction, and you supported them the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if anybody gives you any shit, they need punched in the mouth. I mean, because you like what you like, and some people, have their opinions, and some people should just keep their mouths shut. And then, like, I put that lovely picture before we started. Now,
Yeah.
you're a lot younger than me. Okay. So, you didn't see stuff in the heydays, but you actually are a connoisseur because of your family. Your mom and dad are big into wrestling, being into business, and historians of the business. So I know you saw more than one Hulk Hogan match.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So being your age, let me ask you, what did he mean to you? Because you never saw him in his heyday, but you saw the videos. Um, what did he mean to you real quick before we start talking SummerSlam?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I did get to see him in person. One time when we went to Florida a couple years ago, we went to his bar because like every Monday they would do karaoke and he would be there and
Nice.
watch Raw on the TVs. So yeah, he was there, and my mom actually bumped into him when she was going to the bathroom.
Oh
And
God, I can only
I'm
imagine that scene.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he was just coming out, and he was like, I think that's what you're looking for, and he pointed towards the bathroom. But then we were walking down there. We actually saw Jimmy Hart a couple of times. I took a picture with him. It's somewhere. But yeah, I mean, he was, even though I didn't, like you said, like growing up watching him and stuff, like, um, the matches that I did watch, I mean, they were great matches, and he's obviously like a hero to a bunch of people. So yeah, I mean, um, obviously, huge loss, but
Yeah,
yeah, he
I
was
feel
he was
that
an icon.
too. I feel that too. And then I did a podcast when it happened, like a day, whatever, and I don't know how I got through it. And there I am, going to be, well, I just turned 54 and whatever, and there I am getting all, because to me, being older and seeing people that you watch and pass away, it just shows your own mortality. Like you're a young kid getting ready to start your life and you're thriving, and you're liking the Wyatt Six and other new wrestlers, and you're into it, and you're all WWE. Like there's no other company that could sway you from not being a WWE fan, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, technically yes, but I mean, I do watch TNA. I've been watching TNA a lot more recently.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing some of the matches from their pay-per-views. But mostly I would say WWE, just not pretty much AEW technically.
I don't disagree with you on that. I was so big into, oh, hey, JT. Ladies and gentlemen, too, we also have JT from JT Toys and Collectibles also coming
Mm.
on. How you doing, brother?
It is a tragedy when I can remember things from like years ago, but I cannot remember shit from this morning.
Well, that's okay, JT. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I sent the bat signal out to JT to come on for this pick'em show, and he said he's going to try to come on, and God bless him that he did. And if you need toys and collectibles, Kal-El, you got to see JT because he has all the action figures that you need. So
Place to go. The place to go.
we were talking a little bit about Hogan real quick. Kal-El was giving his opinion on stuff, and JT, I'll ask you also, since the passing of Hogan, what was your opinion on Hogan at the time?
God rest his soul, and that's all I got to say. First, I want to say all Hulk Hogan merchandise has been pulled for 30 days out of respect. I have seen it online all week. People selling shit, like for like $5,000. It makes me sick to my stomach that I've actually left those sites on Facebook. It is a tragedy that anytime someone passes away, that people got to take advantage of it. Oh, we got to sell it right now. You can sell it after they put them in the freaking ground at least, But me, I do it for 30 days,
Okay.
sometimes 60 or 90. But God rest his soul. There's a lot of, and it's not even just people; it's wrestlers, and I've seen it all week that are basically just shitting on him. I won't throw out any names, but a lot of local companies, these wrestlers that go there, they're shitting on Hulk Hogan, because he endorsed Trump. He's a racist. Okay, but here's my thing. You can't tell me at least once in our lives we've said something that we've regretted. Not one time. Not one person on this earth can say that. So I completely forgive Hogan. He has said some stuff that's been controversial, but in my opinion, who cares? Who cares that he endorsed Trump? Without Hogan and T and Orndorff and Piper and all those other guys, Pat Patterson, there never would have been a WrestleMania 1. There never would have. I don't care what anybody says because there's no WWF.
I won't disagree with you because Vince put $1 million of his own money and he could have lost it, and never would have been.
Yeah, and if anybody watched
show right now, you wouldn't be selling action figures. Kal-El wouldn't be a big WWE guy. You know what I mean?
No,
so things happen.
Well, there would be no Cyndi Lauper and Wendy Richter. Just even that. Probably would still be all the territories. Would be Stu Hart Stampede Wrestling, AWA, NWA. It's just it
But I
makes
don't
me
think
sick.
that would. I don't think any of them would have been exploded like they did in the '80s. I mean, they'd have still been there, but it would be pro wrestling would be a shell of its former self.
I honestly think it would be strictly WCW and ECW to an extent, but we all know ECW was funded by WWE. People want to keep saying no, it wasn't. Oh, 100%. You can't tell me it was never funded by the WWF. Vince
Right.
McMahon saw gold, and he's like, "Oh, I can get all these wrestlers. So let's keep it afloat for a couple years." And then, that's a story for another day, obviously. But
Right.
yeah,
Right.
but yeah, God
But
rest Hogan. Yeah,
I wanted to get your guys' take on that because it's been, today in Florida was Hogan, which, hey, I lived in Florida briefly and he lived in Florida most of his life. So, I mean, he had his bars and all that stuff. And Kyle said he was down there on vacation and actually his mom bumped into Hogan, and I could only imagine what your mom had to say, but it would have been funny. But
that's
tonight
that's
go ahead, JT.
that's the only regret in my life that I never got to meet Hulk Hogan.
I never did either.
Never.
Well, before we start to the SummerSlam picks, I was going the 19th for that beer promotion because me and my coworker were going down, and that's when he got sick and he canceled it. That would have been my only opportunity, and God has things, and whatever. But anyway, here we go. SummerSlam, 2 nights, which is crazy. I don't agree with that. Too much.
Money grab.
One night
Money
is
grab.
good. But we will go first. I'll go first. And then Kal-El is always the anchor because he always does his explanation. But we're going to go AJ Styles versus Dominic for the Intercontinental Championship. And I am going to take AJ Styles. It's crazy. I know. My picks are kind of goofy. So I'm taking AJ. So, JT, you are picking.
Oh, I'm definitely going Dom. This is going to be a very long title run. I don't think as long as Gunther's. I don't think so because when Dominic showed up in AAA, there's going to be a lot of cross promotion stuff right now. But I still think Dom goes over and Dom retains the Intercontinental title. As much as I would love to see AJ Styles win the Intercontinental title because that's the only title he hasn't won in the WWE right now. But I think AJ's near the end of his road, and it's like, hey, let's put the young guy over. So I'm definitely going Dominic Mysterio.
Okay, Kal-El, who you picking and why?
Yeah, I feel like they kept saying that AJ Styles hadn't won the Intercontinental Championship, but I feel like I remember whenever they were in the Performance Center with like the plexiglass and like the NXT at the time, like they were just trainers there, whatever. But I feel like he had it for like a short period of time when they were doing the whole thing with Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura had it, I think. But yeah, I heard Michael Cole say that earlier, and I don't know if that's true or not. But I wanted to pick AJ Styles. I did think he was gonna win. But now I just feel like Dom will win because um, AJ Styles has been getting back to him every week. But yeah, I think um, Dom will win. And if he really was hurt, I mean, I think somebody said that he might have been hurt for a couple of weeks, and then they're just playing it off. But yeah, I think he will have a longer title reign. Definitely, probably not as long as Gunther's, but this one was kind of hard for me to pick. But I'm gonna go with Dom.
Okay. The second one will be Alexa Bliss and Charlotte versus Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez for the ladies tag team championship. I will pick new tag team champions, Alexa Bliss, and I like Charlotte, so that's why I'm going with that. So. Okay, JT.
I'm going Judgment Day. I think they're going to retain. They're a real hot tag team right now. Even though as cursed as those tag titles are, because all the women get hurt. I'm still going to go Judgment Day, and it's going to be a big win. And it may not be a clean win, but it's definitely going to be a win for the Judgment Day.
Okay, right on. Kal-El, who you taking and why?
This one I've been thinking about. This is the toughest one that I've for this show. The rest of them, besides the AJ Styles match, this
They're
one
all
is the
simple
toughest
for you,
one.
huh, kid?
But
Simple.
this, I it's tough for me to pick because I feel like that Roxanne and Raquel shouldn't lose until Liv Morgan comes back. But I don't know when she will come back. But it's tough for me to pick against Alexa Bliss because I liked everything that she did with like the Firefly Funhouse a couple years ago, with Bray Wyatt and stuff. But I don't like Charlotte Flair.
Kid, come on.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with um I'll go with Alexa and Charlotte. It's
Oh,
tough, but I'll go with Alexa and Charlotte.
okay. Okay. We are going to go to Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. I have nothing in order, so I'm just trying to take the main event's going to be the last one's going to be Cena versus Cody. Kross versus Sami Zayn. Automatically, I'm taking Kross all day, every day. They're going to push him, and they should. Sammy got his push years ago, and that was about it. JT?
Oh, I'm definitely going Cross. Everybody's saying, him and Scarlett's contracts are up soon. Well, if they were up soon, they wouldn't be pushing them like they are right now. And he's definitely getting pushed to the moon. And I also think after this match, he's either going after Dominic or he's going after the world title. But for this match specifically, I'm going. Everybody calls him Karrion Kross. I call him Killer Cross. So Killer
Right.
Cross for the big W.
Okay, right on. Kal-El, who you picking and why?
This one's relatively easy for me. I feel like I don't know why they've tossed around Sami Zayn in like 3 different storylines the past couple of months, but they keep coming back to this Cross feud. I don't know what is going on with their contracts. I don't know. They haven't said anything else about it. I've heard a couple things past couple weeks, but who knows what to believe anymore. But I feel like just because Sami Zayn has been hit with that steel pipe like 5 times now in matches, and I'm pretty sure the last time that they had a match, Cross used the pipe and he won. So I think Sammy's gonna win just because
Oh,
hasn't he
wow.
hasn't been really he hasn't really had momentum these past couple weeks in this feud, and I think this is just I don't know what's next for him. People think that he'll win the Royal Rumble next year in Saudi Arabia. People online, on my end at least, people that I see are really pushing for Sami Zayn and hoping that he wins a world title here soon. I don't know, but I'm gonna pick Sami.
Yeah, I can't see Sammy being viable as a world champion.
Yeah.
Okay. Jade Cargill, challenger versus Tiffy Stratton for the title. I see, and I don't know why, but I see Jade getting pushed and winning the title, which I don't know why. Because when we get to the other ladies match, I will explain why. But this is why I'm going to see Jade take the title. So I'm going to go with Jade, even though she's not as good as she should be. But that's just me. Okay, JP.
Oh, it's easy for me. It's Tiffy time. And it's going to be Tiffy time for a long time. Nothing against Jade. I mean, honestly, see, they booked her better in AEW, not to get off track here. But it's like, it was different management. But she's a lot better than she was. Definitely being this dominant female as she is right now. But I think Tiffy's got the big momentum right now, especially after that Charlotte match at WrestleMania. So I'm going Tiffy time all the way.
Okay. Looks help though, huh?
Yes.
Okay, Kal-El. Who you taking and
One,
what?
one more. I forgot about this one. This one's tough for me as well, but that's it.
Okay,
Um,
that's okay.
I I don't know. I feel like that they probably will push Jade at some point. Um, and I feel like Bianca Belair is close to coming back. So I think that maybe Bianca Belair could come back and then this could set up a like Jade and Bianca title feud. But I think that
Uh,
has to happen at WrestleMania next year. That's what people have been saying. So I don't know. I feel like Tiffany Stratton could win, but um, yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Tiffany Stratton. I think she's gonna win.
Oh,
I'm gonna go. I'll go.
okay. You were perplexed there, kid. You were perplexed.
Yeah, I could be
Okay.
wrong, but
It's okay. Usually you're not on these. You're batting like 800 to 900 to 1,000. So, okay, in a steel cage, we got Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the U.S. strap. I'm taking in a steel cage match Jacob Fatu because I do like Fatu. I do like Jacob. So that's who I'm taking. And Solo Sikoa, I could be wrong, but hey, I don't have any money on this, so I'm just like, it's this is pure entertainment anyway. So, JT, who you taking?
Oh, I'm definitely going Fatu as well. He's another one. He's young, he's hungry, he's got a lot of momentum right now. Even though it's a steel cage match, how many times have we seen steel cage matches and people still find a way to interfere to get in the cage? So, but also I wanted to add that Rikishi and Haku actually canceled their WrestleCon appearances in New Jersey.
I heard that.
I'm not optimistic here. I think they're just going to be at the show, but do not be surprised if Haku gets in that cage and he puts the Tonga Death Grip on Solo Sikoa. Do not be surprised.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that today too. I don't know. Haku still is a bad man. He's a bad motherfucker.
Wouldn't fuck with him. Wouldn't fuck with him.
Nope. And thank God I'm retired. So, okay, Kal-El, who you picking and why?
yeah, Solo just won at Night of Champions, and I feel like that there's just no way that right now, I feel like Jacob can win because I think maybe give it a couple more weeks, maybe even like a month or so, that they can get like another guy at least or two, because this has to be leading to something. I mean, they have Tongaloa, the Tala Tonga Hikaleo guy, and then the
They
JC
got tons
Mateo.
of them.
Yeah,
It's like a
but
tribe.
I think maybe Tama Tonga could come back and join Jacob and Jimmy. Um, but I just think there's going to be some kind of crazy wild finish where Solo will win. And they almost have to have Rikishi and Haku come out, but I don't know if that would happen. But to have Jacob win, but I think Solo is going to win here.
Okay. For the championship, the challenger CM Punk versus the champion Gunter. And no offense to Larry if he was here, I'm not picking Punk. Gunter all the way. I just think he's a better wrestler, and I'm not really a Punk fan. I got nothing against him, but I'm just not in his camp. So, JT, who are you picking?
Yeah, I got to go with the ring general. I honestly think his first title run wasn't good at all, but now he's just going to be blowing through everybody. And like you said, I mean, I've never really been a Punk fan. I'm more of a Gunther guy. So I got Gunther going, and I don't think it's going to last long. I think it's going to be like 10 minutes, and he's done.
Larry, if you're listening, 10 minutes and he's done, Larry.
And I got something to add to that. He'll be sitting with Lord Zoltan in the bleachers with the rest of the marks.
Well, if Lord Zoltan's listening,
Sorry, not sorry.
hey, this is why this is raw, uncensored, and uncut, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kal-El, who you picking? I know you're
Yeah,
not
I mean,
picking.
I hope JT is right. But honestly, I feel like I've been very against Punk lately, and I feel like that I'm picking against him so much. So I'm gonna go with Gunther.
Oh, okay. You had me scared there for a second.
Yeah, switch up. I'm not taking Punk. If anything, I don't know if everybody's saying Rollins thing is a work or it was just a minor injury. I don't know, because now that they confirmed it is the main event, it would be huge to do something where Rollins cashes in, make it big leading into night two, because I mean they have to do something huge with this 2 whole nights of SummerSlam. And so yeah, I just don't think if Punk wins, then I think Seth Rollins will cash in. But I don't see Punk winning. So I'm gonna pick Gunther.
Okay. Gunther, that's a sweep. That's a sweep. Okay. Here we go. Becky Lynch versus Liberia Valkyrie for the women's IC title. I think this title match sucks. I could give a shit, no offense to either one of them. I thought Bayley was the better out of the three, and they're not doing anything with Bayley. That's just my opinion. I think Bayley is the better wrestler. I'm going to probably just go with Becky Lynch because she's a champ and they're going to push her and keep her champ. But realistically, I could give a fuck less. I might go take a piss or something. So I'm not a big Becky Lynch fan anymore. And that Valkyria girl's not it for me. So JT, who you taking?
Yeah, as much as I like Lyra Valkyria, I don't think this match is going to be good at all. I think the first one was good, but I just don't think it's going to be that good of a match. And I think it's honestly going to end, as much as I want Becky Lynch to win, which I think it's just going to end in a double disqualification, might lead to another triple threat or something like that, But, honestly, Becky's going to retain, and then, it's going to be Becky and Bayley, like the 20th time they've met,
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, I got Becky Lynch all the way.
Okay. Kal-El, who are you taking?
Yeah, I really want Becky Lynch to win because at the time that she's had it, the title's been more relevant and it's been on every week. With Lyra, I mean, she would be on like once every 2 or 3 weeks, and then she would defend it. And then you wouldn't see her again for a month. So I think now that Becky has it, it's good because I mean they're using it every week. It's one of their biggest things on Raw right now. And you're getting, all eyes on it and into this match. But yeah, something's gonna happen. The only reason that I'm gonna pick Lyra is because they're doing this stupid stipulation that if Lyra loses, she can't challenge again while Becky is champion. Um, uh, Usually, I'm picking that because, like, last year, I'm not saying this is the same at all, but, Roman Reigns said that if Cody lost, then he could no longer challenge for the title while Roman Reigns is champion. So maybe they'll do something the same like that. I don't know, but I'm going to pick Lyra. I'm not a big Lyra fan. Like you said, Bubba, I might go to the bathroom during this match, but yeah, I'm going to pick Lyra.
Okay. We got the 6-pack ladder match, the Wyatt Six, who are the champions, versus DIY versus the Machine Guns versus Street Profits versus Faxum versus Andrea and Ray Phoenix for the tag team titles. I think, Jesus. I'm going to say, since they're pushing the Wyatt Six and stuff like that, I'm going to go with the Wyatt Six just because they haven't had their championship reign that long. They're pushing them. You know what I mean? It's no offense. It's good merchandising sales and stuff like that. So that's just my opinion. It should be a kick-ass match. Should be a long match. And there are going to be some spots that Ray Phoenix is going to scare the shit out of me. But it'll be worth it. It's on Sunday night, I believe. So, we'll see. So JT, who you taking?
I grew up a Machine Gun fan, been a Machine Gun man since day one. They had their legendary matches with the Bucks and SCU back in the Ring of Honor days. But yeah, like you said, they're pushing the Wyatt Six. We've seen the Street Profits, we've seen Fraxim enough. Andrade and Ray Phoenix, they're not going to go down easily, though. I think they're going to play it out most with the Wyatt Six, but at the end of the day, I have the Wyatt Six winning because you got Uncle Howdy, you got Nikki Cross, and you got Eric Rowan outside, because it's Gacy and Loomis defending the titles. So one way or another, I got the Wyatt Six all the way.
Okay. Kal-El, who you pick? Oh, I already know who you're picking, but explain why.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this match. Ladder matches, especially like this, like last year at WrestleMania with the same type of ladder match for the tag titles, that was intense. I'm expecting, nothing less here, especially with all of these, great tag teams. SmackDown tag division is completely, like they have the best tag division, I would say, over Raw and SmackDown because Raw has like three tag teams. That's about it. But yeah, I'm picking the Wyatts, obviously. People think that
I already had it written in, but I wanted you to
yeah,
explain.
people think that they're like gonna be heels into this match. I feel like that's not a good idea for them to be heels because people are gonna cheer for them, either way. Like, they get their flashlights out. But just because of the way that they won the titles, Eric Rowan pulled one of them out of the ring, one of the Street Profits out of the ring, and then they did the tag move. But yeah, I think the Wyatts will probably hold on to the titles for longer, and I think Eric Rowan will get involved, probably pull somebody off of a ladder. But yeah, this is one of the matches that I'm looking forward to the most. I'm sure there's going to be some crazy kind of going through ladder spots or some kind of crazy, announce table spot or something like that that'll be involved with like Andrade or Ray Phoenix. But yeah, I'm picking.
Okay, okay. Now we're going to the Triple Threat Ladies Championship match. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus the champion Naomi. Short and quick for me, it's going to be Naomi. I do like Io Sky. I think Io Sky was great. I'm not a big Ripley fan, even though people think I'm crazy. I think Io Sky in that match was just phenomenal, and I do like Japanese wrestlers, female wrestlers, because they know how to work. So I'm going to take Naomi to retain because she just got it. She just cashed in, and that is the only reason why they're gonna let this play out, more and more and more. So, okay. So, JT, who you taking and why?
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Naomi on this one because you got Bianca. You got to run that back eventually. That definitely something that you can run off of, and you got Jade out there too. Jade's out there and hungry. You know, well, like we've seen Ripley been the champ how many times? Io Sky was a very good champ. I know a lot of people shit on her. It wasn't that
I
great.
like
I
I like
I loved it. I thought it was a phenomenal run by her,
mm-hmm.
and I think it should be a triple threat. When it was, but now again it's a triple threat. But I mean, hey, I'll take it. But like I said, I got Naomi all the way.
Okay. Kal-El, who you taking and why?
Yeah, the only problem that I have with Io Sky is her booking during her reign because it's not her fault, but it's definitely not her fault that she was only on one time from like eliminate the day Raw after Elimination Chamber until like March. Like wait, that was March 1st, I think, something like that. But like halfway through March, that was like a couple of weeks where you didn't see her, didn't know she was still there, and then she disappeared in backstage the one week. But I think the Evolution match was really good, and then the Naomi cash in, I thought that was great.
Very
And
unexpected. Very unexpected.
yeah, I was hoping for something like a surprise at the end, and that was good. So yeah, whoever wins this fights Stephanie at Clash in Paris this year. Um, so yeah, I think all three of them would have a good match with her, but I feel like they're not going to take it off of Naomi yet because there's still other people that she could feud with. So I'm going to take Naomi.
And that is one other match that all three of us picked the same person. So, okay, this is the big match that made mainstream media. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, who's been training for about 2 months now, versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Okay, here is my synapse of this whole thing. It's putting more eyes from the country music artist fans into wrestling, which, he's been playing it off at his concerts. I do like Drew McIntyre. I know he got over. He left. He was stranded. He got back over to the United States. I do not like your boy Logan Paul, Kal-El. I do not like him, but I believe they are going to win due to the fact they might let this Jelly Roll and Randy Orton thing keep going because he's not training for one match and then that's it. This is not a one-off, I don't think. So he's got to lose a little bit more weight, make him a little bit more viable. So I'm going with Logan, as much as it fucking pains me, Logan Paul and Drew, because they need to push Drew, and that is why. Randy Orton is just, phenomenal in his partnership with, Jelly Roll, but I just don't think this is a one-time thing. So go ahead, JT.
Yeah, I don't think this is a one-time thing either.
Yes, the singer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be around a lot more. See, this is a tough one for me. But I ultimately, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. I think it's going to be a good pop and everything. The fact that you let Logan Paul come into WWE has opened the door for everybody to come in now, which is something I don't agree with, but times are changing, mainstream media's around. You got to get different kinds of fans in, which I'm completely fine with that. But yeah, I'm going with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. And I don't think Jelly Roll's going to do an RKO, but with all that weight lost, I think he's going off the top rope.
Oh, shit. Oh, you heard it here first, people. JT said Jelly Roll's going off the top rope, and then when he fucking misses, he will be a Jelly Roll. He'll be rolling valley out. I nothing against him. I got nothing against him. I think he's whatever. He's overcome addiction and stuff like that. And, his music's fine. And you're right. It's probably opening up the doors, JT, for a lot of other people with Logan Paul. And Triple H loves Logan Paul. So, I mean, if Triple H loves him, he's going to push him to the moon. And, I mean, he's an athlete, but also, too, he's training in the performance center all the time. But realistically, he's not really paying his dues going out there and performing, like a Slade or a Collier who could fucking take Logan Paul and fucking wrap him in two. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, just because you can do flippy shit doesn't mean you're an actual wrestler.
Right. And I know Kal-El is just waiting, and he's biting and chiming, and he's waiting. So here he goes. Kal-El, who you taking and why? I mean, I know who you're taking, but why are you taking him?
Hold on. I don't know why. Every year, it's at least one time they put two people that I really like and against each other. I'm a big Jelly Roll guy.
Are you?
Yeah, I bought his that brand of shoes, like the Hey Dude shoes.
No, but
it's like a newer brand, but he had his own like shoes, so I got those.
I did not know that you were a Jelly Roll fan. So you're perplexed in this one then.
Yeah, this one's tough. All week I thought, because every week Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre would get like laid out by Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. They would get RKO'd, or I don't know what Jelly Roll did, some kind of an elbow thing. But they showed a clip today of Jelly Roll training, and Logan Paul came, and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul were both there, and they both beat him up. And Randy Orton was not at that training, so that was the whole thing. Like, they just beat up Jelly Roll because nobody else was there to help him. So now I think, I'm pretty sure this is not a one-off thing, because I did just see something today that they are hoping that he'll come back, like, I think for a match like maybe early next year or late this year.
It'll be a WrestleMania match. I guarantee Jelly Roll will be in WrestleMania.
So yeah, who knows what that match will be, but I'm gonna go with the Jelly Roll and Randy Orton, only because
holy shit. It's fucking Bizarro's world. I'm picking your guy and you're picking the other guy.
Yeah, it's tough, but I mean, I do like Jelly Roll. I'm a Jelly Roll fan, so
okay.
It's not
you're
bad,
also
but
you are a Logan Paul fan.
Yeah, I mean, I'll drink the beverage.
I know you got. Yep, there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
That's worse than an energy drink, from what I hear, but that's okay. And
it doesn't have caffeine in it.
Oh, that's okay. I don't know what it has in it, but Jelly Rolls the man says Rich Smoke, the smartest man in Philly, getting ready for football season, getting ready for his podcast. Will be out very, very soon. Hopefully, all is well, Rich Smoke. Okay, the main event on Sunday night: Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the championship. I hate to say it, Cody has not beaten Cena. He has not beaten the Peacemaker. The Peacemaker's coming. Had a little appearance in Superman. His show's coming out in 3 weeks, and he's hot to trot. And I'm all about John Cena now, which I never thought in my wildest dreams, picking Cena anytime, any place, anywhere, because your parents will tell you I was anti-Cena for a very long time. Very long time. So I'm taking John Cena. So that's how it goes. JT, who you pick?
At the end of the day, it's Cody. You can't see me. As much as I love the American Nightmare, I think John Cena's got his number. You know, he had it at WrestleMania, had it. You know, was it Elimination Chamber? But I also think I don't think they're done with Cena yet because I don't know if any of y'all saw Busted Open Radio after Joe Hendry won the TNA title. Bully Ray asked him, "Who's the number one guy you're looking at holding the TNA title?" And he said John Cena. Now, WWE, I think, dropped the ball. The minute he said that, they should automatically have booked Cena versus Hendry, TNA versus WWE, and a double title match, which I think it would have been doable. It'd have been a lot crazier than it is right now. But I think John Cena, this is where the point where he says goodbye to Cody Rhodes. You know, you're never coming after me again as long as I'm here. And immediately after the show cuts, they're going to have a picture of Joe Hendry closing the show. And I think the very next night, Joe Hendry's going to come out and he's going to challenge John Cena. So I got John Cena just because of Joe Hendry showing up and shocking the world.
Okay, right on. Okay, Kal-El, who are you taking?
Yeah, I said this during your WrestleMania picks. I don't care what match it is, what the odds are. I'm not picking John Cena for the rest of the year.
How's that
but
work at your house? How's that work with your house with your dad?
yeah, he's all against that, but yeah, it's whatever. But I don't know if any of you guys saw the beginning segment of SmackDown. You know, Cena came out with his heel entrance, which makes no sense that he then started to act all babyface, and he's said that he's, you know, Cody making him sign the contract and putting him through the table and attacking him last week. Gave him he said he gave him the kick in the butt that he needed to um finally get back, finally get out of this, being a bad guy or whatever. And he did say a couple things about Travis Scott, and I know the past couple of weeks things have come out that he's not coming back because,
Thank
I guess,
God.
yeah, that's great to hear. But yeah, so Cena act all babyface, and he um it's definitely I think fake. I think they're gonna do some kind of a thing where like Cena knows that he's not gonna be able to hit Cody with the belt now, because he already reversed it last week and he hit Cena with the belt, which was awful because Cena fell way too early. But yeah, I don't care how it happens if Cody turns heel. But I'm gonna pick Cody because I know this whole babyface thing is just like fake, and he thinks that's how he's gonna get back at Cody and stuff. And he'll probably hit him with the belt at the end, but I don't care if The Rock can, just stay out of it. It's a street fight, so there's gonna be interference probably.
Do you think The
But
Rock will show up?
probably not because he was everybody thought he was gonna show up at WrestleMania and there was nothing. Um, but yeah, Cena was acting like real face there in that, and he even got out of the ring and he hugged somebody. It might have been his wife actually, but it could have just been a couple fans. Um, but yeah, I don't see this Cena stuff going on much longer because if he does win, they may just have him go heel the rest of the year and then lose in his final match and then put over. I think the whole time after WrestleMania, it should have just been Cody in his last match, and then Cody win, and then Cena put him over after the match. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Cody because I'm not picking Cena. I'm not doing that.
I knew you were picking Cody. I knew it. So wow, that you know what? 2 nights of wrestling picks in under 50 or under 50 minutes, which is surprising because when we do this show, we do have a couple more people. Maybe 2 more people and it gets to be over an hour. This is probably the quickest pick show we ever had in a long time. So guys, thank you so much. But before we get out of here, I appreciate you guys coming on. JT, tell us where they can see you, where you're going to be, where you're going to be selling your merchandise and stuff in the upcoming weeks.
So next weekend is obviously the weekend after SummerSlam. We return to the International Wrestling Cartel, IWC for short, in Elizabeth, PA, with a huge main event. And this is probably one of the biggest main events in IWC history. The debut of the biggest mark in the world, Matt Cardona, as he takes on Duke Davis for the IWC heavyweight title. So that is definitely going to be a big match for Duke. And with that one, I think Duke is going to beat the living hell out of Cardona. And I hope he does, because Cardona is a giant pain in the especially.
You could say it on this show.
Okay, he's a fucking pain in the ass is what he is.
And Bill Collier gave him a fucking thing on DNA last week. He picked up Cardona and fucking.
No, he didn't. Did he pick up Cardona? I don't remember watching it. Oh, good. He was okay. Yeah. I totally forgot that was Cardona. But yeah, I hope he sees Bill backstage and he gets on his little fetal position. So then after that, on August 15th and 16th, that's Friday and Saturday, we were supposed to be at 2PW. Unfortunately, I cannot read emails all the time. So August 15th, we were supposed to be there. We are going to reschedule with 2PW as soon as Marshall and MED let me know, and Papa Judo. So we are making our debut at a card show, the Pittsburgh. I believe it's called 600. I could be wrong. In the Washington Crown Center in Washington, PA. A lot of people who know, it's right by the Washington Wild Things Stadium. It's also up the road from where VCW held their last show at one of the fire halls, I believe. So the 15th and 16th, we will be there. Like I said, very first card show. We have a lot of trading cards. We have AEW, we have WWE, we have TNA, we have NXT, we have WCW, we have football, baseball, hockey, and we will also have some Matt Cardona stuff. I have 18 trading cards that I plan on getting signed by Cardona. We also have some Cardona merch for those who want to come by. We have a poster and we have a set of 3 with him and Brian Myers. They are $45 and the poster is $25. Add extra $5 for cases. But we will have some Matt Cardona trading cards on hand with protectors. We also have Maria, Matt Taven, and Isla Dawn trading cards that I got a couple weekends ago. So I'm hoping this is going to be a very big card show for us. And I can't remember the date off the top of my head. I don't have my calendar on me. But the end of August, it is a Sunday down at, Bishop's High School, is the return of VCW with Beastman and all that. So this will be my first time at that high school. So now, for those who wondered where VCW's been, there's new floor in there. They have air conditioners finally. Apparently they didn't before. So I'm like, ooh, watch it. Because Bubba, you and I know we sweated our butt offs at that last APWF show.
Yeah, and it was, and that day was 100 degrees, and I tell you right now, it just It's hard running shows, brother. It's hard running shows. But
Um,
you
but
do
yeah,
great, and you sponsored APWF, and God bless you for that. You come and sell your merchandise, and anytime you got stuff, JT, just send it to me so I can put it on my Facebook page and share it to the masses, because there is a lot of people that like wrestling collectibles. So, and you do a great job. You have a nice
oh, thank
system
you,
where you
thank you.
put your stuff up, and I mean it's very professional, very professional.
I've learned from just a lot of the people I go to shows with. I look at their from where I started was when was this, about 4 years ago. Waynesburg Toy Show was my very first show. All I had was a 6 foot table. That's all I had. Now I've got all these shelving units. I have tons of totes. I've had to upgrade my totes that are just you can just carry them, instead of picking them up and dragging them. They just walk
Right.
right behind me now. So that's making a difference. Not hurting, not hurting my back like crazy. Even though Dime's program has really helped my back a lot. For
Right.
those looking to get in great shape, contact Elijah Dean immediately. He'll help you out. He changed my life, and for the better. I'm happier. I'm healthier. Definitely, I smile a lot more. If I
Well, I
was
know
doing this,
I tried to get you some food at the last APWF show.
oh, here we go
You're like,
again.
hey Bob, I'm training. I got to watch what my intake is. I appreciate it, but and I appreciate your dedication, because I need to get dedicated like that too. I need to get back. I mean, I lift weights, but I got to. It's all a process of cardio and eating right too. So I got 2 out of 3. Well,
You are
3 ain't
never,
bad. That's what you say.
you are never gonna let that go, are you?
No, I have a good memory. I'm like an elephant. But hey, Kal-El, if you ever need figures that you can't find, JT's the man. He's got some good stuff, man. So, if you're
Yeah,
ever
you
looking,
can find us on Facebook. It's JT's Toys and Collectibles. There is a private page, and about a year ago, I made a public page. All you got to do is like the public page, and you can follow us. And then if you want to be on the private page, you just send me an invite. We're also on Instagram at JT's Toys and Collectibles, and since a certain promotion, I'm not going to mention any names. No, it ain't you, Bubba.
I
Trust me,
know,
it ain't
I
you.
know, I know.
A certain promotion about a year and a half ago, I did a intermission interview advertising our very first Whatnot show, and it never aired. So I just didn't bother doing it. So in the coming months, about a month and a half, as soon as I get all my stuff in, we are going to be doing our very first Whatnot show. For those who don't know what Whatnot is, it's like eBay but better. It's the fees are a lot better too. I still got to claim it on my taxes, but it's a lot better. We will be running 30-second auctions. It is sudden death, so instead of bidding something and you get like 1 second left, they add like 9 seconds. It is to the end, so it will start. All bids will start 30 seconds. Everybody who participates will be in a giveaway that we will have at the end of the show. um, I am pulling something from my own personal collection at the end of the show, and this giveaway is completely free, completely 100% free. It is going to be a signed Ultimate Edition from the Demon himself, Finn Balor, and that is completely free. So even if you buy one thing in the auction, you are automatically entered. If you want to buy 5 things, please do. Please do. I have some inventory I have to get rid of.
Well,
Your name will also be entered 5 times. So you buy 6 items, your name's in 6 times. And when we do it, it is elimination. So I will have a separate wheels. I can't find one to set up on there for an elimination. So I have my iPad I'm going to use. So I'm hoping we get a lot of names, because then the wheel's going to take a long time to get rid of, But yeah, it will be by elimination. And it, like I said, I probably spent a couple hundred on a figure like that. Um, And then everybody who buys something, you will get one free trading card with it as well. You can pick what trading card you want. You want WWE, NXT, AEW. You will get a random trading card. I don't have a lot of AEW cards right now, because I get lots of requests. It's like
really you get a lot of requests.
I get requests for Kenny Omega, which a lot of the stuff I keep. Definitely, I have too much Kenny Omega stuff. Let's go with that. I have way too much Kenny Omega stuff. I definitely get a lot of requests for Cody, and I'm like, okay, well, I have AEW Cody. They're like, no, I need WWE Cody. I'm like, it's a little harder to come by, because when he goes up on Ringside Collectibles, I try to get him for people, but then they get mad when I have to charge them a little bit extra. Well, I can't charge you Ringside Collectibles price, and then sell it at that price.
No, you got to make
because
money.
because I'm breaking even.
Right.
But
you're in a business. You're not the Salvation fucking wrestling figure fucking store. You're the fucking you're a business.
I ain't doing this shit for free, and that's what a lot of people think.
No.
I can't.
And if people think that, they're out of their goddamn gourd, because when you have a business, you're trying to make money. You're giving a good product. You're trying to find stuff that they can't find, and it costs money. Like it's not. It's like people go to a garage sale and it's $1, and they try to fucking buy it for 10 cents. It's not going to work, people. It's just not.
No, it's never. It's never. People try to intimidate me and everything. Like, dude, I'm 32 years old, man. There's only. I say this like I'm a broken record. There's only one man and one woman who I fear in this entire world, and I call them mom and dad.
Right. So anytime any stuff that you have, please let me know so I can share it on my page. Share it in the podcast, and then when you're doing it, maybe you come back on and talk about your thing, and then just help you promote and just get the word out for you. So, but I know I do appreciate you coming on, because you want to do this for a while, and we were talking today, and you're like, yeah, Bub, I'll do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll send you a link. And then I did. So I appreciate you coming on, JP, so much. And I appreciate you sponsoring and helping and the APWF shows and setting up your merchandise table. And God bless you for that. And you do it through a lot of independent companies. And that's what it's all about. So I appreciate you for that. So thanks.
And one more thing, in November, we will be making our return to Ohio. I've gotten a lot of requests to come back to Ohio. We can't announce it just yet, but in November, we will make our return to the state of Ohio. Like I said, can't announce it yet. And also, I guess I should announce this right now. September, I believe it's September 6th. I have to double check the date. I'll end up posting it. After 35 years of wrestling, T. Rantula is retiring.
Yeah, I seen that. I'll probably go to that show.
We have just signed. I like to sound professional. We have signed the contract to appear at T. Rantula's very last show. We have also added that we will be sponsoring the main event.
Nice.
We are sponsoring T. Rantula's last match, and I never watched WCW. I know he was just a jobber down there, but it is a tremendous honor to sponsor a Pittsburgh legend like that, and someone who is very well respected in this business by far.
Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you.
And
thank you, like I said, for coming on. So before we get out of here, Kal-El, do you have anything you like to promote? Because I know you're a TikTok sensation.
Yeah, my podcast, Buckle to Buckle, and my TikTok Mania season. I was actually in the middle of doing my SummerSlam pick for TikTok today, but then I thought to myself, like, I wasn't 100% sure on like those 3 matches that we were talking about in the beginning. So yeah, and then I figured I would just wait. So I'll probably post that after we're done with this.
Yeah, you got all day tomorrow to get your TikTok, get like 25,000 views, stuff like that. TikTok, you're a TikTok. I just watch it. I don't post a little bit. I do the old school stuff. I'm just trying to get my Steelers stuff monetized,
Yeah, I got I think I have 19.2 thousand likes on there, which that's like the most that I've had on any account. But my SummerSlam video last year, it had like I don't know why, just randomly it had like 33,000 views.
You need to go
Um,
live on TikTok, talk wrestling,
yeah,
because I did that last. I did it. I was just live on TikTok. The second time I ever did it, I had 20,000 likes. But also too, you got people trolling you. People are doing whatever. You know what? You just can't feed into that because they say some stupid shit. But you know what I mean. I'm pretty good at like coming with comebacks. I got 20,000 likes, but I haven't worked a lot towards the TikTok. I'm just more focusing right now on this YouTube Steeler channel to get it to where I want it to be. And you should start a Buffalo Bills channel there.
yeah, I was thinking about that
Oh,
a
there you
couple weeks ago.
go. There you go. Because A, we'll be facing it this year. So you'll be coming on a Wednesday. It's a school night, but I'll definitely have you on with your Buffalo Bills expertise coming on like you did before. So I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. Hit like and subscribe. Check out Kal-El's TikTok. Check out JT Toys and Collectibles. And both you guys have a great night. And thanks for coming on. And you guys are always invited anytime. So everybody have a great weekend. And I'll see you on the flip side. Have a great night, everybody.